Hey, what's up, family? Check this out. I've been asked so many freaking times how I set my thing up and how I do my recording and my editing process and stuff. So I'm gonna show you, cause man, if I can help y'all do your videos and feel good about the art that you're doing, hey, I'm blessed to be a blessing to you. So I have it's it's regular like 12 foot long, wide, long, whatever, green screen, but I only have it to where it fits like the length of the beam thing, whatever they are. And then I have 3 utility lights. Now the lighting is extremely important because I got to make sure that there's no shadows. Like when you see on the screen right now, there's no barely a little shadow, but the more I get closer to the green screen, the more shadow, and that's going to show up in the editing. And I don't want to have to correct the chroma key, whatever. And what I have the other 2 lights on is a PVC frame basically that I just made. I went to Home Depot and just got a bunch of like 3 12-foot PVC pipes, 1 inch, I think they're 1 inch. And I just started messing around with like the different configurations or whatever. So because it's on my spare bed in my spare bedroom, I put a flat box down so that I can actually put the stool to prop up my laptop and everything tight. So yeah, it's on a frame. And then let me turn down my exposure. Bump it up. Okay. And then in front, I'm gonna turn this one off. I think just turn that one off. It's cool. All right. Sorry about that. So I have my microphone on the stand that I have it clamped onto the pipe. And then I'm going to show you, like, because where I put right here is what I'm talking to you on right now, which is my iPhone 7. My 6 Plus is what I plug in to my primary laptop here, my MacBook. And then I have this one as a separate one if I'm listening to music or like this is serving as a second recording device that I'm actually testing like different weapon configurations and stuff on the test server. The thing that I do is I always turn on the QuickTime and then record the QuickTime video on my laptop, on my MacBook, and then it immediately gets saved to my desktop. There's a lot better workflow than this. I'm actually, because I don't even know how many videos I've done, but I've done enough to know that I'm kind of getting to the point to where I'm having a decent workflow, efficient workflow, and everything. But I know I'm close, but I'm not there yet. And then what I do is after I've recorded on my my iPhone 6 Plus, which is an old device, I just use the Wi-Fi. That video is what's saved to the desktop. Excuse me. The video right above it, or usually right below it, it's always in a pair like that, is the video that I'm recording here. So I have it on, I know it's now landscape, or it's a landscape video now portrait. But what I do is I set my phone up in portrait. So maybe I can just do it like this. So just imagine that that is on the clamp itself, and you're seeing me within the frame, and when I turn the light on, it lights me like this light is lighting my right side, your left. This light over here is lighting my left side, which is your right, and then this one here is lighting up behind me on the green screen. I stopped the video on this, and I stopped the video on my MacBook, and then I hook this phone up to the same laptop, this laptop that I just recorded on. Turn on the exposure, sorry about all that. And then you have that image capture, and then immediately extracts that from my phone, and then it gets saved up at the top with the other footage, which leads into the next part, and I'm going to show you my editing process. So, yeah. Be right back. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Droopy. All right, enough of the shenanigans. I'm going to show you how I do my editing. So, as you can see here, these two videos were what I imported from my iPhone 7 that was on a clamp right here. And then the video that was saved to my desktop, which is my gameplay. And then that was recorded using QuickTime. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of these, and then I'm going to drag it into Final Cut, into the actual editing software, because I already have it in here. This is basically what it looks like. So I'm going to make this full screen. So get rid of. All right. And what happened was I had recorded 2 games with Iron, and I separated the first video, this one, which is what I posted yesterday. So what I did, I went and then I found the beginning of the game when I start talking about the game, and then all the way through to the end. And then right at the end, I'm finding like where a good spot would be where I can cut it off and then just bam, make it a raw file, one complete file, and then post it to YouTube. I have not been doing intros and outros. I'm going to start doing that, but I'm just doing it simple as can be while I try to find, again, what I was talking about, my workflow. So what I did is, let me undo that. Let me just start at the actual beginning. So I know that, so let's say leave the, transform it back to what it was before I did the editing. Basically, it filled the entire freaking aspect ratio and stuff. I never get that crap right. But this is how it starts right here. And then get rid of this. This is how it starts. This is my iPhone 7, which is in the green screen. And then this is coming from my iPhone 6 Plus, which is being stored on the machine. So what I need to do is adjust this to where I'm just down at the bottom in the corner. This is not to scale at all because I know I jacked it up before and it's not proportion. But for the sake of this tutorial, let's say it is. All right. So I put it there, and then I go into my my effects and I drag the keyer in. And the keyer then gets rid of, oh, okay, I forgot that I had. It gets rid of the green in the background. And so what I do is I then scrub looking for any white spaces, which there isn't. So everything is good. And then I adjust the audio. So I get rid of the effects. My house. All right. So before this is what is at default. I'm just going to, and then my audio is usually a little bit lower, around like there. It's not loud because my wife was sleeping and I wasn't trying to wake her up. That's what a gentleman has to do. I keep my shenanigans to a lower level. I bump the audio up, and then I lower the gameplay audio down. So as you can see, there's a bunch of I'm just messing around right now because we're waiting for a game to start. So I do is I scrub through, wait for the game to start. And I'm paying attention to my voice. So my voice patterns, my voice sound waves, or whatever it's called. So It's time to get this thing crack-a-lacking.
All this stuff is probably stuff is just I would never
man,
use.
My battery don't
It's just
die.
more of like it would be supplemental B-roll or something if I'm like showing like a freaking like a blooper reel, whatever.
I'm thinking I'm gonna drop into my Columbus.
All right, so let's say like right here is where the match actually starts. Blade tool, cut that, blade tool, cut that. And then I select all the footage that was before it and then delete it. Now I can already see that my video is 9 minutes, under 10 minutes long. But I know that I stopped saying anything worth even posting. Like,
Anyisl. I hope y'all have a blessed night, man. I just said that. I said all that.
So that would be like B-roll, like blooper stuff. And I would trim it and splice it and whatnot to edit to where it actually sounds like it's one fluid sentence. But like before,
I hope y'all
keep
have
it simple.
A blessed night, man. I just said that. I said all that stuff.
So bam, the video is ended. I go back to my blade tool, cut, and then select those two pieces and bam. Now, if I wanted to add a, look at that big head. If I wanted to add, an intro or whatever, then, I would put, I put it there. Like either if it's like some type of text, whatever, or like add, I'm not even gonna do it, but yeah. So I add the intro, the outro, and then I just export it to my desktop master file, and I just rename it whatever it is, test. I don't use tags. I don't use like all the metadata, and I know it's a 895 megabit file, and I hit next, and then it goes to my desktop. And then from there, I just post it to YouTube. I just add the title and all the metadata, the keywords and stuff like that. And yeah, but I am definitely trying to get better at the whole workflow process, doing the green screen, doing the audio, getting the intro, the outro. What's the other things I'm working on? Getting thumbnails for the videos, getting really all the metadata, all the behind the scenes stuff that I am not good at all. But yeah, I just wanted to show you what this whole setup looks like. And then when I take the raw footage and then, throw it together in Final Cut Pro. And yeah. So if you have any questions, I know this is a long video, but if you have any questions, please, hit me up in the comments below. I'm, like I said before, I'm blessed to do what I do, and this is just a hobby for me, and I get to share that with other people that are passionate about the same thing. And I know that I'm growing as a player. I know that I make a lot of mistakes, but I know where I need to improve, and that is more paying attention to detail and requesting help from you guys, because a lot of you guys have been playing this game for years, and you have feedback and advice that you can give to me that can help me become a better player. So if you see anything that I can be doing better, just give me constructive criticism. I'm cool with that. Just don't be, throwing the negativity and all that stuff, because I want to actually receive what you got to say. I want to receive it, and I want to ingest it, and then I want to put it into action. So anyway, thank you all. Hope y'all having a wonderful night, wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Your family is happy, healthy, and safe. Peace.